Welcome to Badly Written Boy, a reciting of my teenage years and my 20s, now as a 40-something. How do I remember all these things? I wrote it all down in a diary. Badly. Enduring with me on this retrospective, cringeworthy experience is my wife, who has never read my diaries. Welcome everyone to another episode of Badly Written Boy. My name's Mark, this is Jess. Let's just get on with it.
Very abrupt today.
Very abrupt indeed. Okay, returning to 1996, February, Monday. Wow, what an unexpected day. I got a shock when I looked outside. It had been snowing. It was 3 inches of snow, more than I'd ever been in. I had to stay off as well. By 5 p.m, all the snow had disappeared.
Typical shit English snow.
At school, I had 6 hankies.
You're obsessed with hankies.
I had 6 hankies on hand, and by lunchtime, I was through all of them. Nice.
You are gross. And they won't have been disposable ones either. They'll have been bloody cloth ones that you kept in your bag.
Yep, and just to clarify, and all of them were absolutely packed with snots.
You are disgusting.
Rancid. I did my prefect duties at lunchtime.
So you didn't lose your prefect duties after being done for assault?
No, or being punched by a kid from the year below. But I was asked by Wayne if he could help instead, as Paul was off and I didn't want to be stuck with a girl. Gone off girls. After lunch, I went to sick since of my condition. The sick room.
My condition. You're so dramatic.
6 hankies, though.
6. Well, I mean, but you do blow your nose excessively. So
how is there
a normal person probably would have gone through 1 hanky.
How's there anything left to get
Because you
rid of?
blow your nose excessively.
Mum came in and picked me up. We had to do other stuff because Mum was busy. First, we went to Safeways.
Safeways.
What was that? What was their motto? Did they have a motto?
I don't know. I just remember there was a joke that we said about Safeway bags. How do you fit an elephant into a Safeway bag?
How?
You take the A out of safe and the F out of way.
What's that mean?
There is no F in way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't even get a giggle for that one.
Yeah, sorry. Do you reckon it deserved one?
That was like the funniest joke of 1996.
Apparently. My first ever job was in a Safeway. Actually, no, that's a lie. It was a paper boy.
This day's still not over.
No! P.S. Dad is coming tomorrow. That is why Mum has been running around like a mad chicken.
This is going to be good.
Dad's here.
Oh, you look so excited.
40.
There's like 25 exclamation marks.
There is every single day that he's there. Dad came at around 4 p.m. and he gave all of us a huge bunch of books.
Why would he transport books halfway across the world?
I'm not sure, but I can remember that they were like encyclopedias.
It does not surprise me.
He said we could go bowling, go to an arcade place and a metro centre. I thought, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Dad also gave us an iron-on badge and Michelle got a thimble.
Nice. Classic gifts.
I haven't seen you for years. Here's a thimble.
To be fair, I had a little metal thimble.
What do you do with thimbles? I thought
It's
they
to
were like...
sew, and you put it on the end of your finger so that you don't get poked by the needle.
All right.
They're pretty awesome.
Knowledge. Dad came over from the hotel in Jasmine at about 11:30 and we played Uno and then we had some crisps.
You know.
Dad and I did some work on my model Ferrari, but had to stop as there was a shortage of glue.
The national glue shortage of 1996.
Yeah.
I remember that well.
Dad had discussed with Mum already about a small time at a hotel beside the Metro Centre that we could stay at called the Marriott Hotel. And I've seen it before, it's quite big. They've got a gymnasium and a pool. Cool.
Surely you're not excited by a pool, seeing as you're in the pool every single day.
Well, possibly, but I'm usually just swimming training, so swimming for leisure might be fun.
Leisure. Okay, straight away this morning with a bad mood greeting from Mum. She's obviously talking about the decision I made yesterday about going to the hotel with Dad. Mum told me off and said I'd been looking forward to going to see Uncle Melvin, and now that's been smashed by Dad's offer. There is no way you were looking forward to going to see your Uncle Melvin.
Well, I think we see them quite frequently, so...
Well, that's what I mean, and surely she realises that your dad's not been back. You've not seen your dad for years, so it's okay for those plans to be admonished. Anyway,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I took the wrong decision and I'm now in the bad books with Granny, and she said, "You're very rude." Anyway, today was the same as yesterday. We played Uno, 500, and we watched a bit of Return of the Jedi after coming back from the West Road. Their dad needed the bank and Michelle got some M&Ms. I got nothing.
Do I sound angry?
You don't at the moment, but I'm sure it will come. And you'll call Michelle some horrible chocolate-eating names. Today was the first part of the sort of 2-night stay at the Marion Hotel. It felt strange and I felt sad last night, but Mum had no sympathy. We went to the hotel after saying bye to Philip and Mum. We went in a taxi, and when we got there, it was real posh, like the one in Home Alone 2. Is that the one with like the giant atrium and the big, big Christmas tree?
Yeah, it must be.
We went to the indoor pool. There was also a gym, but Dad and I are going there tomorrow. The pool was nice, and so was the jacuzzi. You spelt it. CHICOOZI.
Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi. I'm going to call it a jacuzzi from now on. That is the best. What jacuzzi? We went to the Metro Centre for a bite, and when we came back, we watched a bit of TV and smartened. Oh, to go out. Right, okay. We had a real posh tea, and we talked a lot. I had this chocolate dessert, and it was beaut. That night we watched TV. Unfortunately, I've got to share a bed with Michelle. Sad times.
Yeah, but I'm staying at a hotel. So that's
You
cool.
are staying at a hotel, a very posh hotel. Today was the only full day of our short stay at the Marriott Hotel. You've mentioned that it's a short stay several times.
Did I tell you I stayed at the Marriott Hotel once?
You stayed at the Marriott Hotel. How long was it for?
Was it maybe 4?
Was it just a short
5,
time?
2? Maybe just the 2.
It's just a short
Just a short stay. But I was at the Marriott.
What was it like?
It was good. They had a jacuzzi.
They had a jacuzzi. Today in the morning we had a nice breakfast. We had toast, cereal and croissants. Which I assume is croissant. After that we went back to our room for our trunks, and then we went swimming after finding out Michelle and I weren't allowed to use the gym. Too young. Went to the Metro Centre in the morning and we had morning tea at a restaurant. We then got some sweets, sugar addiction, and went to the cinema and saw Indian in the Cupboard.
I remember that one.
What on earth is Indian in the Cupboard?
You never saw that?
No.
Little toy Indian comes to life.
And was it a Native American
Well, I don't know.
and not like a guy from Mumbai? I assume it's a Native American.
I can't
It's
recall, but
so
the only bit that I actually remember about it was...
It's definitely a Native American. Why would a random guy from Mumbai come alive in the cupboard if it used to be a toy? It's definitely a Native American. I can't believe they called a movie Indian in the Cupboard. We also had lunch at the Metro Centre. You are just living your best life, eating out, getting treats, going for swims, staying in a posh hotel.
Never happens.
We then left and went to Toys R Us.
Oh.
I showed Dad the PlayStation and the Saturn, but he didn't buy us anything.
Oh.
He's either a cheapskate or he's saving his money for through the week. It's
He's
so rude.
He just put us up in a hotel.
He's just spent a fortune on a hotel.
2 like meals,
That's what I mean.
cinemas.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. He's buying you sweets. He's taking you everywhere, and because he doesn't want to buy you a £200 PlayStation.
No, it was 300, I think, wasn't
he
it?
is. I've got
Or
no idea.
£400 Saturn.
Today,
Cheap.
kids are awful. Like, you just can't win. You just can't win. Today was our last half day of our short break. Short break. Do you know that you went on a short break?
Just a short break at the Marriott
Leading
Hotel.
to the
Marriott Hotel,
half
Gateshead.
term. We
Next to the
started
Metro
with
Centre.
a nice breakfast. I had a hot chocolate juice. What is a hot chocolate juice? Toast. Croissant. You're trying every single time. You're trying to spell it right.
Just mix it up a bit.
Grapes,
I'll get it right.
strawberry and strawberry yogurt. We then went upstairs and started packing, and after that we went for a last swim. Like all others, it was a good swim. After that, we checked out the hotel and left our bags in the lobby. We went to the Metro Centre again, and we first went and played on the 2p machines, and then I played on virtual racing. Michelle and I first raced against each other. I won, of course, and got another shot. We each had another couple of goes, and it was fun. We also went on the roller coaster. Me and Michelle did anyway. It was cool. There was a roller coaster in the Metro Centre.
Yeah.
Today it was quite snowy, and first thing in the morning we went to town. In town I was tempted to get the away keeper top for Newcastle United, but I left it. A game I showed Dad virtual racing for the Mega Drive, but he didn't get me it. You were just missing out on all your favourite things, aren't you? We eventually got to BT's and I got Dad to get me the Ferrari F50 limited edition model car.
Still got it.
Made by Barago, and it cost £19. That's one of those things in those boxes upstairs, isn't it?
It is. Still got it.
Michelle got a Polly Pocket house and Philip got the SimCity trilogy worth £50.
That's loads more.
That's loads. You literally say that. That's loads more than I got spent on me. You keep forgetting about this hotel and the 17 dinners that you've had out. And you just sat there fuming because your brother got an extra 30
Exaggeration.
quid.
It wasn't 17 dinners. It was 2.
Plus
two for the 2 nights.
breakfast, plus morning tea, plus a bakery, plus sweets. Honestly, kids these days. Anyway, I also got a Ferrari 348 keyring with my own money. The thing I missed from this diary that we had in the last diary is the table of like when you get money and when you spend money. I find it very difficult to keep on top of your finances.
I haven't insulted anyone for at least a week.
You haven't.
I
thought you would insult Michelle more when you had to sleep in a bed with her. I thought there would be some issues.
No, apparently not. But let's see if there's more hatred on Wednesday, the 21st February. Today we went to town to see Jumanji in the Odeon with Dad. We had to get to the phone box so Dad could make a call after the film. The phone box.
A phone box. When were mobiles invented?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, they were like invented in the 80s, but I guess they didn't become like regular use until what, the 2000s? I had one in high school.
I reckon I would have one in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did high school 97.
But you couldn't do anything. You couldn't do
well,
anything.
Well, it was
on
for
those early
calling and
phones.
texting.
Yeah.
I remember we used to crack, like my friend was the first one to get one and she had a Motorola Orange and it was huge and it had an antenna on it. And we used to all crowd round her while she'd stand in the middle and text nobody because no one else had a phone. And she'd be sat there texting. And you remember when you had to text, you had to like press a button 3 times to like get a C. So everyone like had speed thumbs to be able to text really, really quickly. And it cost 10p a text.
It did. So you used to work through...
You used to use
credit.
text talk, yeah? And
Pay
go
as
through
you go.
credit. I remember the first time I got a mobile where it was like unlimited. I was just shocked and just kept thinking at some point I was going to get this huge bill.
I had a Triumph Mars, it was called. I think they were owned by Mitsubishi.
My first one was a Nokia.
It was the smallest phone I could get, but it still had like one of those little chunky aerials on it. So we're at the phone box. Dad made his call. Dad made his call after the film. And then we stayed in the Megastore. Virgin Megastore. Friday, 23rd of February. Today we had to think of something to do with Dad so we wouldn't have to go to a crummy science museum. We went to Whitley Bay Leisure Pool instead, just me and Michelle and Dad because Philip didn't want to go. After the pool, we had some crisps and lilt drink.
Lilt, the totally tropical taste.
Lilt.
Today we all went for a walk at Wylam and there it was quite cold and I mucked about with lots of sticks killing all the other plants. You vandal. What would landscape architect Mark say about 14-year-old Mark killing plants with sticks?
Definitely would have given him a good shouting at.
We had a nice lunch. I went to Phillips to play football with him. Me, Paul and Chris went to the park and played football. In the morning, we went to swimming training, which was long, but okay, since Hilton was there. The hardest thing he made us do was 300-metre front crawl. After swimming, I had a nice lunch, pita bread, knickknacks and sun-kissed. What a well-rounded, nutritious meal.
I'd have that now.
You would. You'd probably mix it all
I'd
together.
love a bag of knickknacks right now. Nice and spicy.
A bag of knickknacks. After that, Dad and I made some more of my model Ferrari. We are nearly finished. I finished my maths investigation before I went to bed, so I am naked. I think you meant to say knackered.
Yep.
Good night.
Naked.
School, don't say the S word. Honestly, you are so cool.
I know.
Like, reading this, I'm just thinking, wow, what a cool guy. I wish I was friends with him when I was 14.
Your jealousy's just coming to the surface right now.
Although I would have been 10. Anyway, today I thought was going to be rubbish, but it turned out okay. I tried to turn over a new leaf by being good all the time. I wonder how long that lasted. On the bus, this girl called Rebecca started asking me all these questions about where I was from and where I lived. Then a friend from Chapel House started going on as well. Apparently she is German, but I think she's I don't know what that word is, but I'm hoping it's hot.
Lush.
Lush. There we go. She says she gets picked on all the time and people call her posh and things associated with Hitler. Kids are so mean.
This is exactly what they're like.
Kids are so mean.
The bus was savage. Like, the stuff that went on at the bus is just horrendous.
When she got off the bus, Rebecca persuaded me to give her 10p. What a scrounger. This is why we need more interactions with girls. They're just hilarious.
It just
even when
brings out the best
it does.
of me.
You just don't know how to react. You don't even know how to react to me after 14 years when I say something nice to you. Okay, today was quite good, but I couldn't get the thought out of my head about that girl I fancy.
Oh, Rebecca.
We didn't get... No, I don't think it's Rebecca that you fancy. Is it not the German girl?
Is it? What's she called? Do we know?
Then her friend from Chapel House started going as well. Apparently she is German, but I think she's lush.
Okay, let's find out what her name is.
Okay. She's sort of strange, but she's not that big. It's not connected. Doesn't make any sense. I think she's in the 7th year. Swimming, it was hard and I was distracted a little because Dad kept on taking photos of me. Like, just imagine you like swimming and like pausing, like with your face out the water and just sinking slowly while you're waiting for him to take it. And then doing another, and doing another crawl and having to pause with your arm up and your head
the camera. I'm drowning.
Oh, here we go. Today was same as yesterday, really. I blethered on to that girl again, and apparently she's called Christine. Christine. Well, that's what her friend Rebecca said anyway. Today we had pretty rubbish lessons, but Mr. Willis and Mr. Shell both thanked me for the letter I gave Mr. Willis. He's an asshole. Oh, you've got a feature poem. Oh my God, and then tomorrow's confession day. Do I need to do the poem?
Do the poem. Don't get ahead of yourself.
The swimmers wait in line with their card. The line hardly moves. It's like a lump of lard. Okay.
That rhymes.
It does rhyme, and I'm enjoying the imagery already. All the competitors have the same feeling in their tummy. This being an awkward feeling, it feels funny. People try and think of anything but the race, only hoping to win a gold, silver, or bronze place. That's a good one. It's your turn next. You stand behind the block, hoping you'll get a good time from the clock. You fasten your goggles and get ready to go. It's going to be a fast heat. You already know. You get ready to dive with your eyes fixed on the water trough. And then the judge shoots his gun. You're finally off. You were doing so well until you fixed on the water trough. You're not diving into a water trough. They're like those little things pig drinks out of. Diving into one of them.
No. At the edge of the pool, there's a trough that the water ran into. And you can, when you're looking down from the block, that's what you see.
All right. You win.
Non-swimmer.
I lose.
Non-swimmer.
Well, you lining up like a lump of lard is shit.
I thought that was a good poem.
Anyway, I give it like a 4 out of 10 because you used the wrong there and you used the wrong your, and that really upsets me.
It came from the right place.
Can you please stop talking because it's confession day?
Confession day. Da, 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 da.
I'm so excited. When I got to the bus to go home, I met up with Christine again, and she invited me to go with her and another of her friends to swim at Benham Pool. Invited out with girls. Where's the confession? I'm not sure if she fancies me. It's quite obvious though. I'm not really looking upon this as a date, but heck, I'm not an expert myself. That's such a goober. The thing I wasn't looking forward to was trying to persuade Mum to let me go swim without her finding out what was going on. I failed and she found out instantly. She must have seen right through me. This is not a confession. I mean, I enjoyed it, but that is not a confession. You are again just telling us about your day.
Are you complaining about the juice?
Yes, it was good, but I'm disappointed. That was not a confession.
You're complaining about my poem. You're complaining about confession day.
It's okay. Oh my God, look. Code.
More code.
Code.
What do you reckon it's going to be about? Girls, possibly?
Christine. This is all about Christine. Today I made sure Christine was going swimming and I thought to myself, I hope Mum doesn't put those dorky swimming trunks in the bag to get down into the pool for me. I would look like a first-class idiot if I wore my old ones. Christine is a blonde. I think she's got blue eyes. Anyway, enough daydreaming about her. Here it is. All right, here we go.
Okay, unveil the code. What's the code say?
See, so it must be Christine.
Yep.
Christine is... If it's lush, I'm going to kill
Lush.
you. It is.
Yeah.
What a boring secret code. It took
Well,
me precisely
I'm
2
pretty
minutes
sure
to
I've already
break.
said that earlier as well.
Yeah.
Saturday, 2nd of March. Today did not go to plan. In the afternoon, I was supposed to see Christine and her other friend at the pool.
You are seeing Christine a lot.
I did exactly what she said and just went in at 1:30. She never turned up. I got stood up. After half an hour in the pool, I went home. See, that's a bit disappointing. Dad rang to say bye and Mum asked if we wanted to. I did, but when I got to the phone, he started saying all this shit like, what has happened recently has been handled wrongly, and what I have been told is a load of lies. I hate him for saying this, and I cried after that. I don't think I'll see him again.
Oh, that's
Yeah?
really sad.
I do remember that. It was a really weird call, and I think there was other conversations that had gone on that I wasn't privy to. Yeah.
For sure. Today was okay. It was very cold though. Finally Friday, nearly the weekend, and I'll need it. Class science was okay, but I knocked over Mrs. Robson's box of discs, I am assuming, but it's spelled dicks. Which
Box of dicks. Mrs. Robson's box of dicks.
Why is she keeping a box of dicks on a table in a high school?
I don't know.
It makes no sense. Which was unfortunate and a freak accident. I mean, at least she didn't get expelled.
No.
Or done for bodily assault.
Assault, yeah.
In English, we are reading a great book called The Machine Gunners, and it's set during the war.
I remember that book. It was good.
Maths was stupid because we had a supply teacher and he was so old-fashioned. He wrote down a couple of names on the cross list. Mrs. Robson won't be impressed. She'll be very annoyed, actually, since the other 2 previous days our class had not been in trouble. What I love is a mad run around at last break, which is exactly what I did. It's really nice to run around and end up like a sweaty pig. I chased after Kevin and he chased after me. It's cool being a speed demon running around like Roadrunner. You are so funny. I imagine that you're running around. Is it like either like with your arms pumping, or is it anime where like they have their arms flailing?
We didn't know anime at that point, so...
No. Ooh, on the bus, Christine keeps saying, I fancy someone on the bus. She says it to me all the time. And this time she says she fancied me. High five!
Nice result.
After a month ago, you're thinking that a girl would never like you. Christine, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed German, has now told you that she fancies you.
I wonder if I've forgiven her for the standing up.
I assume so. You're a 14-year-old boy raging with hormones. But now I expect we won't hear anything more about this for at least a week, which upsets me again. Saturday. Today I was mostly glued to the telly watching sport, mostly football.
Awesome.
Mum was on an early, so she got up early. I could hardly get up at all. Probably had a boner over Christine. I didn't feel like going swimming this morning, but I did. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. At the end, I got a twirl and some Chewits. Sugar addiction.
Every time I do a bit of exercise, I just ply myself with sugar afterwards.
Yeah. Today I had orchestra and we finally got the music for the day of play. I also had my normal music lesson, which was too short. We only got through one piece of music. One of the pieces of music is Neighbours. Does Neighbours count as a piece of music?
Yeah.
Neighbours, pick your nose and eat your quavers. I don't know the actual words. It's pouring down rain after school, so I ran to the bus stop. I was late. I didn't want to miss the 12A anyway because I went to see Christine.
Ooh, Christine.
Luckily, she doesn't have bad taste in music, as she brought her, well, you say she brang her Walkman to school. And on the bus, she started listening to it. It was Now 1995.
Nice.
I've got that. At least we both like the same music. When did your metal era start if you were listening to Now 1995?
It didn't start until high school.
This is high school.
No, it's not. It's middle school still.
Oh, I forget that you
In
were.
year 8.
I know, but I only did high school. I didn't do middle school.
Yeah.
But now 1995, so we like the same music then. So you can stop complaining when I play my pop stuff. Today I was off school, but not enough teachers could get to school. Christine insisted I would go to her social club. Well, not hers, but the one she goes to anyway. I explained my swimming interfered with this, so I told it would have to just be a maybe. I feel like you're dating Christine now.
Pretty much.
I feel like this is first girlfriend territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's told you that
Because
she
the other
fancies
ones
you.
are just like
Are just people that you like.
passing, seeing.
But no one's
occasionally.
responded yet. Like everyone else, you've just kind of hidden. We thought Kate might be a possibility.
Yeah, but she didn't show
No.
interest. So. Okay, today was back to school after yesterday's surprise day off. I looked out of the window after a nice sleep and saw snow, which had fallen yesterday. I'm dying. I'm dying maybe to open another box of cereal besides Rice Krispies and Special K. I haven't had a good bowl of cereal for ages. I'd love a bowl of Frosties. It's the big things today, isn't it?
I know.
I saw Christine on the bus, as normal, explaining everything about spiders and snakes to her. She must be impressed.
So impressed.
Do you want to know about spiders and snakes? Tomorrow I think I'll ask Christine if on Saturday she wants to go out to town with me.
Ooh,
Making a
on
move.
On a date. Although she stood you up on the last one.
I know. In assembly, there was a draw for the bowling comp, and guess who was lucky enough to be drawn from the hat? Yep, me. Look, I'm winning something.
We need a table.
I know, I feel like a table is coming soon. Today, I didn't even get to talk to Christine. Maybe she's gone off me, or maybe she thinks I'm
so dramatic.
Or maybe she thinks I'm a grinning asshole, or maybe I'm just paranoid. Yep. Today we had the day of play, this being the 8th time it's been held and the 3rd time I've been. I was the first one in the hall where it was held. Mr. Coxon was there straight away, and it took me ages for Scott and everybody else from Chapel Park Middle School to get there. Scott hated Mr. Coxon, but I think he's okay. We did 4 pieces of music during the day, my favourite being Salmon Tales of the Riverbank.
Salmon Tales of the Riverbank.
The classic. Who could fail to remember?
I see the salmon tails from the riverbank. What a song.
I waited half an hour for Phil to get me after the day had finished at 2:45, so we were able to get the normal bus, where I met Raymond. And what do you know, Christine?
Yay!
She invited me to the social club at West End Boys Club for the 2nd time, but I had to say no to the offer. I'd rather go to town with her instead. Wait, that's it. I'll invite her to town a week tomorrow. Today I woke up earlier than I'd hoped, but I still... I cleaned my pants. And then I went into town with Phil Atkinson. I had to get Mum a present for Mother's Day. Oh, what do you reckon it's going to be?
Right. We've done stationery before, and we've done that cutlery set, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you're a year on from the cutlery set. Mm-hmm. Do you reckon you're going to stick with kitchen stuff?
It's your guess.
Right. I'm going to go with soap.
What budget do you reckon I'll set aside?
So I reckon you did £10 last year. I think £10's a good one. So I think there's going to be some soap, or some body cleaning stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I think there's going to be paper and pen. And then I think there's going to be like a shitty ornament or...
On £10?
This is in the 90s. Like a really shit ornament, from the Poundland.
All right, okay, let's see. I had to get a Mother's Day present on a budget of £5.
Only £5.
And it was hard. Anyway, I got Mum 2 little bottles of bath stuff.
Yes.
I hope she likes it.
1 point for me. Oh, is that it?
That nothing else?
Well, you only had £5.
Yeah.
I got on the bus and Saul asked if I fancied Christine. I said she's okay, but he kept on asking yes or no, so I didn't answer. Sahil asked Christine the same thing, and she said no. I don't know if that's a no, I won't say yes to you, or you'll tell everyone else, or a no, he's a stupid fat ass kangaroo. Who knows? Oh, you must have been heartbroken. To be fair, though, you said you wouldn't answer first.
It's just mind games, isn't it?
It is just mind games.
No one wants to be the one that's like...
No, that admits it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you must have been devastated because she said she fancied you last week.
Mm-hmm. Could change.
Things change so quickly in the world of teenagers. On the bus, I sat down and Christine came and sat down next to me. Well, behind me anyway. And she said that she would kill Sahil for what he said before, which was I fancied Christine and she fancied me. Not that all of this is true, but it seems from what I have heard from Sahil himself that Christine is apparently seeing someone else.
Oh.
Oh no. Why did she say she fancied you then? If this is true, I have a hunch who it is, but it could be Sahil. It's just being awkward and interfering with other people's private business. I'm devastated for you. So I don't think Christine ever was your girlfriend.
Well, we kind of see each other on the bus.
I don't think that counts as a relationship.
It's pretty much as good as it gets.
That counts as a
So
relationship.
far, it is.
Well, this is, yes, the best so far. Today was going to be a most outrageously cool day. What's happening?
Today was going to be a cool day.
It's going to be the most outrageously cool day. What do
Okay.
you think is happening?
I don't know. Did I win on a scratchy?
You did not win on a scratchy. The venue was GX Super Bowl 10-pin bowling.
Ah, okay. Bowling day.
It was at the Metro Centre. We went by coach. 25 of us went. The game set out was simple. Chapel Park played in the first round, and then the winners versus losers from the other match, which was Leamington versus Denton Park. There were 5 teams from each school. My team was Harry, Norrie, Paola, Paul and me. We won our first 2 games against Throckley, but all of our other games lost, so we were the losers. This meant we would play Denton Park, the other losers. Our team won the first match 431 to 244. That is extreme. And the highest team score in the whole tournament, apparently. In the second leg, we nearly won, but it was our bad luck that caught us. By our 4th game of bowling, which was the second leg, we were all tuckered out and we got beat 3-5-3 to 3-5-1. We were the best team from Chapel Park, but that didn't make us win. The overall rankings were 1st, Leamington, 2nd, Throckley, 3rd, Denton Park, 4th, Chapel Park.
Losers.
Although we lost, we still got a certificate and won the school a small ghetto blaster. Ghetto blaster.
I wonder what the first prize was. If the 4th is a ghetto blaster.
Who knows? Maybe money?
Maybe. For lunch, I made these sort of pizza things. Well, it was just experimentation because I just got 2 buns, cut them in half. This sounds like a fucking sandwich. I just got...
This is your level of experimentation in the kitchen now.
I got 2 buns, cut them in half, put ham on it, and then grated cheese on, and then put it under the grill.
So it is a toasted sandwich.
Yeah, it's not a pizza. Good Friday. It's got a picture of...
I assume zombie Jesus. There's a penis there as well.
There is that? Or is that just
is a penis.
I don't think it is.
Why would that be there if it's not a penis?
Because it looks like it's kind of just a rag wrapped around with a bit hanging down.
It's a penis.
Severed penis.
It's got hairy armpits.
He's definitely got an arm that's snapped off. So he's on a crucifix. He looks like he's missing all his teeth.
Zombie Jesus.
And he's got a hand with a bone hanging off it. Good Friday. Traditionally for dinner on Good Friday, you're supposed to eat fish and red wine to drink to commemorate Jesus' last meal before totally being stabbed through the wrists with washing line pegs.
Easter, one of the very few special days in my calendar. Today I obviously got chocolate and a lot of it too. I got cream eggs, chocolate bunnies, big eggs, little eggs and much, much more. We had hot cross buns for morning tea and in the afternoon we went on a walk somewhere. I don't know what it was called, but it was way good.
Way.
Are we surprised that one of your favourite days on the year is a day where you get chocolate?
Not at all.
No, not surprised. Philip kept on moaning because he didn't get the Roysters chips, but he did get Space Invaders. Space Invaders, classic, 10p, pickled onion.
Yep.
We went to Granny's for tea that night. Grandpa got out the cine films again and they were good. Today I found out that Newcastle lost to Blackburn at Ewood Park 2-1. It would have been a pretty dramatic last 4 minutes in this match as David Batty had scored early on, but at the stroke of minute 86, Newcastle's hopes of winning the Premier League were smashed. Oh, I can't believe they're actually near Premier League win.
No, this was the peak 90s era for Newcastle.
I'm not sure of the player's name, Sento, I think. Anyway, he scored 2 goals in the last 4 minutes. I was obviously disappointed. After doing some of my papers, Mum said we were going to get cable, phone and TV.
Oh,
yes!
living in the future.
The good thing about cable is when you get it through, your telephone number changes. So when someone tries to ring you, they won't be able to. Why is that a good thing? Today, Mum was on a study day, so she had to go at about 8:30 or something. I woke up quite late before Mum went. Mum surprised all of us by letting us go see Toy Story, the fantastic adventure involving, well, toys. Why do you write like this?
Like what?
Everything's like marketing speech. It's like you're advertising it to someone. I don't know.
Toy Story, start of Pixar.
Oh, and it's great, but it's just the way you're a very strange child. I think many other films will be made using computer graphics. This will be one of many. predicting the future. Prediction correct.
Yeah.
What?
Today we went into town early on. I got some paper and plastic wallets and to keep my comics in good condition. Someday I'll sell them all to make some money. I went and played football for a good 2 hours before lunch, and it was a good match.
Did you ever sell them all to make money?
I sold them for some money.
Was it a lot of money?
It was
Was
not.
it more than what you paid for it?
It was.
Was it a significant amount more than what you paid for it?
No.
So was it worth storing it all
It wasn't
for 20 years?
It wasn't worth
for
selling
the
them.
amount of profit that you made.
You complained when I had them, and you complained when I sold them.
I'm not complaining. I'm
Sounds
not
like
complaining about
complaining
you
to me.
selling them. I'm complaining about you holding on to them for 20 years.
Have I still
and
got
taking up
them
space.
now?
No, because you had to sell them.
So you complained about me having them and selling them.
I'm not complaining about you selling
And
them. I'm
storing
complaining
them.
about you selling them late. You should have sold them 20 years ago. I should never have experienced.
You just don't.
The amount of
You don't
magazines.
collect things. You'll never know.
I collect experiences, Mark, and memories.
We all have experiences and memories. I went and played football for 2 hours before lunch. It was good because there was quite a few people there. We played 5-a-side. I was starving when I got home, and the others were already there for lunch. When I got home, cable was installed, and I was shocked. Oh.
I always thought cable was like an American thing. Like,
Well,
I feel like...
I think Sky was a form of cable, but I
Yeah,
think we
maybe.
got a cheapo version of cable.
Yeah.
Cable is really excellent. There's loads of good channels, and a good one is Sky One. All of the cartoons are on daily as well. This morning we went to the first market of the year at Blaydon, hoping I would be able to get a game in exchange. I took my 5 Mega Drive games, but none of the computer salesmen were there. Perhaps they do not know the market has restarted again. Straight from
Key insights on the market from Mark Johnson.
Straight from the market, I went to swimming training, which was really hot. In the afternoon, I played football yet again, but it was just with the backline team. It was just... Today was the first day of a new term at school, and it was okay. We did a bit of cricket in PE, and then in English, we started our book review. Science lab is so boring, and it's so hard not to yawn because it's so goddamn crap. But DT was totally opposite. OPPISIT.
Oh, so good. Not as good as chicoozis.
Chicoozy. I've nearly finished my toy, and it's a puzzle. Today we did javelin in PE, and I used the lightest javelin like everybody else. I threw mine really high and pretty far as well.
I was terrified of javelins. There was like a 911 or a Strange But True episode.
999.
Yeah, it could
Was
have
that
been
the one where the kid got the
999.
javelin through the neck?
Yeah, like, and I remember seeing them like with the standard javelin pose where they run, and as he went to launch it, he just launched it through his neck. So I, after that, was absolutely terrified that this was going to happen to me. And I remember them doing javelin, and I'm sure they weren't even sharp. Like at high school, they're not going to give you like sharpened javelins.
Well, it's not going to be like it's shaped like one, surely.
Yeah, but I'm sure they wouldn't give you like a deadly weapon. So I point blank refused to do it. I was terrified.
That's interesting, like complete different sides of the country, and everyone was talking about that javelin episode of 999.
Yeah. And it was was it Michael, the bald guy?
It was one of the newsreaders.
Yeah, I'm sure it was called Michael.
And he had a really serious voice.
Yeah.
And then I remember after the sort of recreation of it, there's always like the things that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
If you want
there was another one where someone had like a snooker cue and managed to impale himself on a snooker cue. Like through his neck.
In the same way.
In through his
They're
neck.
all neck injuries.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is school swimming gala, and it's going to be easy since I'm Mr. Supreme at swimming. So modest, Mark. So modest. At the gala, I won all my races. Overall, Red House were triumphant. Red House rules swimming.
I thought today was going to be garbage because we had French first, but it turned out to be great. French was good, and we had this sort of game where there were 15 French names of places on the blackboard. It was only the first letter of each one. They were all in alphabetical order. Anyway, the idea of the game was to say every one in French, and for every mistake you made, 1 second was added onto the time. I said it in the fastest, so I won a mint. What wonderful, wonderful prizes. Today I continued my gala at Chesterley Street. In between my swims, I went out and explored the area with Peter Bowie. We went along Chesterley Street and through the church area and over the wall. Over the wall was a high school. We went running around there crazy. It was real funny. In the backstroke, it was real embarrassing because I went into the wrong heat. Marcus.
Silly.
Don't ask why. I got my PB, although I went in the wrong heat. Does it count if you're in the wrong heat? Surely not.
I don't know. Just the heat. I got 3.
I guess so.
I do so much swimming. I must just be like,
You
like
do.
I say, like exhausted.
Yeah, and your mum as well, like running you around
Yeah.
to all these places.
Yeah.
Today was mint because we finished our games in DT and mine was pretty cool. On the bus, Christy said she fancied me. Again, she's back.
She's back.
Christine says she fancied me, but I knew that quite a while ago from the way she'd been acting. I think she's pretty nice as well. This triggered a thought in my mind, which I have never really been fancied by someone before. I never really know how to handle a situation with a girl because I've never had a dad to ask or refer to. Oh my God, I was going to laugh at you, but no, that's just really sweet. And you've gone bright fucking pink. I can see.
Well, it's a nice story, isn't it?
I know. I wish I could film like the actual colour change because you're like one of those, you know, the octopuses or the squids that can like camouflage themselves and you see that colour change. It happens so quickly.
Yeah.
And it lasts for such a wonderfully long time.
I used to be so embarrassed about it when I was in like school.
About you going red.
Yeah.
Because you're like a lot of people, their cheeks go red, but your entire face.
I used to get picked on for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's your entire face.
I mean, I must mention it somewhere.
Yeah, swimming was okay. But again, like you've just given up. You're telling us all this exciting stuff about Christine. This is what your reader wants.
Stop slapping it.
But I need to emphasise that this is what your reader wants.
I know, but, you know, the story might progress. You complain about the lack of juice, but the dedication for writing a diary every day, that's worth something.
Well, it is. And we know this, and we appreciate it, because without this, we wouldn't be having the joy that we're having right now. But I wish that you could have just thought about who your audience is. This is what I have to do at work. I have to look into the future and be like, right, this person's going to read it. They're going to be interested in this. They're not going to be interested in this shit.
I know, but when I was 14, I wasn't a science director.
This is true.
Okay, that's it for another episode. We've got Christine who's come onto the scene.
She told you she fancied you. It's like, this is perfect that it's happened over Easter, because it's like, deny me once and it will be fine. Deny me twice and it will be fine. Deny me thrice and I will be killed at sunset. Like that's what Jesus said to his disciples. And then you've got Christine says, oh yeah, I fancy you in the background. And someone's like, oh, do you fancy Mark? She's like, no, deny me once. Fool on me. Deny me twice. Shame on you. Do you know what I mean?
No.
How it links in with the Bible. Do you don't know the Bible story about Easter?
No.
So
I'm not a Bible basher.
you don't need to be a Bible basher. It's just an obvious story. So before Jesus got crucified,
boring.
he basically said to his disciples, like, they're going to come for me and you guys are going to deny me. And all his disciples are like, nah, I wouldn't do that to you, Jesus, mate. You're my G. I'll follow you anywhere you go. And then all the soldiers came and they went up to the disciples and they're like, oh, do you know this dude? They're like, nah, not me. I don't know him. And they asked him 3 times and he denied him 3 times. And he was like, oh my God, Jesus knew the future. He told me what happened. Exactly what Christine's just done to you there.
Tune in next week for Songs of Praise. We'll be singing all things bright and beautiful.
You know what I mean, though?
I don't.
Anyway, Christine was a yes, then she was a no, then it seems like she's a yes again. She's also stood you up at least on one occasion, and then you were going to ask her to go to town, and you chickened out.
There's going to be juice.
Was Christine your first kiss?
I can't remember.
You don't remember who your first kiss was?
You'll have to wait.
My first kiss was a boy called Ashley O'Para.
Slut.
You can't say that to me. I'm pretty sure I bit his tongue because I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. I was only 13. Give us a kiss. I just thought we were just going to have a nice kiss. And the next thing, I didn't know about like proper passion. The next thing, his tongue was in my mouth. It just automatically happened. I was trying to protect myself.
And on that bombshell, keep your tongues to yourself.
Especially when you're not expecting it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Badly Written Boy. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like and subscribe button.